So, how many years of experience do you have in Power BI?
Overall 1.5 year of experience. Two. Now it's becoming two. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 1.5 years you mentioned, right?
Yeah, 1.5 years. Yes.
Okay. So, and overall, how many years of experience overall?
4 years of experience, out of which for the first 2 years I've worked as a design engineer. Then after I
Mhm.
moved to data domain, out of which 1 year I've essentially worked on SQL. Yeah.
Okay. Suppose there is a scenario like you receive a CSV file where the dates are stored as text and some rows contains missing or inconsistent values. So how will you do the cleaning and transformation of this data for reliable analysis in Power BI?
Some rows contain some missing values. They don't contain anything, right?
Yeah, some rows contain missing values or some rows may be inconsistent values as well. And the dates are also stored in the text format. So
Okay.
now, as a developer, what will be your approach towards this? How you want to do the transformation?
So first of all, I will load the data into the Power BI. So then
Mhm.
I will go to the Power Query editor. So then first I will check data quality
So your voice is
like
breaking.
column
Hello.
profiling and each and everything. There are column quality options. We need to enable them. I will check them. What is the column quality? So depending upon them, then I will change the data type over there from text to date accordingly. So this is the transformation which I will do. Hello.
Yeah, your video
Yeah.
is stuck. Is it?
Yeah.
Uh,
So is my voice audible now very
yeah,
clearly?
it is. It is fine. Yes.
Yeah. So what I'll do is that after checking all the column quality, column distribution, and everything, then I will change the data type from text to date. So coming to this missing values, dealing with the missing values, I will either consult client what to deal with what to do with the missing values. If he gives any confirmation to go with the filling of missing values, I use B fill or F fill for that one.
Okay. So missing values, you are going to what? You are going to do what?
Uh,
MP.
yeah. Yeah, I fill forward fill or the back. First of all, I'll consult the client what needs to be done regarding that missing data. What are the dates that needs to be considered. If he gives any default date, then I'll use that default date for that option, or I'll use any p fill or f fill, forward fill or backward fill to fill the missing values for that dates.
Okay. So can you write a DAX function with the help of which I want to calculate the year-to-date sales for a dynamic date range in your report? If I have to calculate something like this, then what is the DAX that you want to write?
For what like could you please repeat the question?
So you need to create a measure that calculates the year-to-date sales for a
Okay.
dynamic date range in your report. So you can share your screen and you can write in the notepad. What is the DAX formula that you would use to achieve this?
Okay. First, I will calculate the total sales
Mhm.
will be equal to uh, first sum of sales. I will create this measure. Then I will calculate the uh, uh, dynamic sales will be equal to hmm, calculate of total sales. Then I will use dates in between function. I'll specify the date table, like what I want to take. Then I'll specify the specific start date, and I'll also mention the end date. Sorry, end date. So what I'll do is that I will take the date one as a slicer. So then, depending upon that, it will calculate the start date and end date accordingly, and it will calculate the total sales.
Okay. So how will I get the year till date?
Or like year to date function.
Correct.
Like using this only, you want to calculate the year to date.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Yeah. Basically, this is the measure I'll be creating for the total YTD of total sales, comma date table. So what happens is that here in the date table, if I calculate only for the suppose if I go the month wise, from January to December in 2013, if I take for year 2030, what happens is that it will calculate year to date for from January 2013 to December 2013-31, it will calculate the entire sales and give it to me. If the year changes, against the sales value will not continue. It will start from that starting value of the year to, and it will continue up to the end of the year.
Okay. Cool. Uh, Suppose you have published your Power BI report on the Power BI service and it fails to refresh, and you suspect that it's related to the on-premises data gateway. So how
Yeah.
do you generally troubleshoot and resolve this issue?
Sorry, I don't have an experience in Power BI service. Yeah.
Services you don't have. Are you aware about implementation of row-level security?
Yeah. So yes, row level security, I know how to implement. So basically, row level security is providing the data access to only to the certain users. For example, let me say with an example. Suppose you have built a dashboard which consists of sales view, marketing view, and the finance view. Suppose
Mhm.
for the top management, all the report pages should be visible. Suppose for the example, suppose if a finance person is working, he is not related to sales data. We want to see only for the person working in finance should only see with the finance data. So we will go to the modeling tab. We will manage rules, and we will create the rules for the finance person to give access only to the finance page. So that person can view only the finance page. So we can test this also using the view as rule. So there's an option in Power BI. We can do the check whether it is working correctly or not. So basically, this is row level security is one of the way in Power BI to restrict the data access, and
Mhm.
to see the data governance also. We will be also providing with the data governance, because data governance is very important, and we're providing the access to particular use with respect to the limited access only. Like for finance, we will be providing only for the finance person. For the sales, we'll be providing it to the sales person only, etc.
Okay. How do you normally share your reports with non-Power BI users?
We publish that into the Power BI service, and we share a link. We built an app and we share a link, because I'm not that engaged with the Power BI service, but I have sat with my senior and I've observed the process. After publishing that into the Power BI service, then we built an app. We built the dashboard over there. Then, with the help of which we create an app, what are the necessary things to be taken into the app? Then we will be creating an app and sharing it to the end user.
Okay, that's great. Rakesh, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years of time?
Yeah, so in the next 5 years, first of all, I have very huge fan of data. So I would first of all I would love to story tell if I see any data. And next, in the next upcoming myself, in the next 5 years, what happens is that first of all I will see what are the uptrends going in the market. I will upgrade myself because upgrading is very important in nowadays industry. So I upgrade myself with respect to the industry sense, and I will utilize those skills to help my teammates or to add any extra valuable efforts in the team. Yeah. So my ultimate goal is to become a data scientist in to order to make any data driven decisions for the company. Yeah. So
That's great. Okay, thank you, Rakesh, for your time. We'll start with the feedback session. If you want to have a glass of water, you can have.
Nudik, yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
It was a great interacting with you because I came to know like what are the questions, how the level of questions will be asked now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how you are feeling now?
Feeling confident, but in some of the cases I'm getting stuck because in Power BI I need to work more. SQL I can like manage, but in Power BI what happens is that I'm not that much comfortable with the DAX because DAX